Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to share with you the new palette from Victoria Beckham. She just released one. It's in purple shades or violet shades. It is called Orchid. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to put pictures of the palette up here because mine arrived damaged, and I did contact them to see if they could send me a replacement. It is out of stock, and apparently they don't keep any in reserve in case something like this happens. I've never had anything broken from Victoria Beckham, and I always order from her website. But this time it came in a smaller box, and the only thing that was protecting the palette was very thin piece of paper. So when I saw that, I was immediately afraid of opening it because I had a bad feeling, and I was right. So I did try repressing it. It doesn't look that pretty anymore. This is a shade that was broken, and it was all over the other shades. I tried to do the best I could cleaning it up, and this shade just looks absolutely terrible. So someone did give me some advice as to how to fix it. They told me to take it all out, really crumble it up, kind of make it like a powder, and then repress it. But I was afraid, since it's such a small area, I was afraid that I was going to get more of the product on the other shades. So I was really afraid of doing that. So I decided to just try to clean the other ones as much as I could and just repress that one the best I could. So hopefully this is going to work. I hope so, because this is a gorgeous palette. Now they did refund me not only for the palette but also for the packaging, because you have to pay for this extra. This is $25. So they did process a refund for the total purchase, but I would have much rather have a replacement for my palette. I don't like ugly makeup. This breaks my heart to have something like this. So I'll be honest with you, I will probably end up repurchasing this when she has a sale in the future. I'm hoping she has one like for Mother's Day, and I will be grabbing it because yeah, this I don't like. So anyway, we are going to start with the broken one. If the shades are there, it's going to be in the back of the palette. It is magnetic because they do ship them separately, and I'm not going to take it back out. I don't want to take a chance on anything else breaking on me. But we're going to start with that shade right here. This is such a pretty palette. I just finished doing another purple look with the Betty palette from Lisa Eldridge. That one was a re-release. She initially released it last year as a limited edition, and I did purchase it then, but she did release it again, so I wanted to use it. I love that palette. I think it's so beautiful. I will link that video below in case you're interested. But it's funny because I don't really create too many purple looks, and I do like them. I think they look beautiful. But yeah, it's going to be like two purple looks in a row. So we're going to leave that there. This I grabbed very, very little. The one thing about her eyeshadows, they're so easy to blend. You really don't need to grab a lot. If you get any fallout, it's going to be very, very minimal if you get any at all. These are absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to grab this brush right here, and I'm going to go into this darker shade right here, and I'm going to use that on my outer corner, and I'm just going to kind of pat it in there. I didn't grab a lot. I always try to keep my fallout to a minimal. But this is so pretty. I love it because I don't feel like the shades don't have that grape kind of purple. They're more neutral, and I love that. The shades that have more of a grapey, almost like a reddish tint to them, I don't think they look as pretty on me as a regular neutral purple does. I love her eyeshadow palettes. I own most of them. If you guys would like to see my collection of her eyeshadow palettes, or if you like for me to post like a video where it's just showing looks with each palette, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. And in that video, I probably wouldn't be talking. I'll probably just show you the palette and create a look, so it wouldn't be like 3 hours long. But yeah, you actually don't have to spend a lot of time building her eyeshadows. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Now this is a kind of a palette that you can really create different looks with it, even though it's only a quad. I feel that you get enough differences in the shades, so you can actually create, you know, more than one look. It's not gonna, some palettes I feel that they're almost like a one-trick pony, that it doesn't matter what you do with them, all the looks are gonna turn out looking the same. Let me move you up a little closer so you can see better. Yeah, some palettes, they almost feel like a one-trick pony. You know, that sometimes the shades are so close together that they almost look like the same. But I think with this one, you can create a look with this one and this one, or you can use this one as a one all over shade. Look how pretty that is. Or you can create one with that one and this one. I mean, there's so many different ones. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this one right here. I'm going to take the other side of this brush and I'm going to put it like right here. Kind of overlap it a little bit. I want to see if I can use my finger. That is so pretty. And just kind of blend around the edges. That is a beautiful shade. That is very, very pretty. Okay, now I'm going to grab another smaller eyeshadow brush and I'm going to go into this one right here. This one is like a gold, a very light champagne gold. So pretty. And I'm going to grab that one and go in my inner corner. I'm going to put a little bit right here, but I mainly want it like right there. And again, I'm going to take a brush. I mean, the brushes, it's like these brushes. I love these brushes. This is the REPHR Shadow 04. And these are so good because when it picks up very little product. It looks like you're picking up little product, but then you get enough to create your look. And there's like hardly any eyeshadow left on the brush. They're amazing. I can't get enough of these brushes. They're so good. I'm going to go back to the darker shade and just go a little bit over the outer. Again, I'm going to blend. I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into the deep purple. And just grab a little bit on my lower lash line. I don't want to use a lighter one because sometimes if I use like more of a pink shade on my under eye, on my lower lash line, it can make it look like I have pink eye and I don't want that. So I just want a little bit on the very outer edge. And again, I'm going to blend. All right, so I think this is it. I'm going to put on some mascara. I'm going to use, this is the Colossal by Maybelline. And let me do 2 coats of this and I'll be right back. All right, so this is what it looks like with 2 coats of mascara. So I swatched the palette and there are 2 matte shades and 2 shimmer shades. You're not going to find a lot of sparkle. You're not going to find glitter on her shadows. They're more traditional shimmer, the classic shimmers that we're used to, that you can find in Viseart or that you can find on Natasha Denona or Charlotte Tilbury, but they're absolutely gorgeous. This is such a beautiful palette. I love the packaging on her palettes. I know they're pricey, okay? This is luxury makeup. They're pricey. This is a splurge, but I love these. Lately, I've been moving away from my larger palettes and I love using my smaller palettes, like 9 pan and less. So I love these. I gravitate towards them. When I'm not filming, when I want to create what I consider a beautiful look, this is the kind of palette that I'm going for, or the one from Lisa Eldridge, or one of the smaller ones from Natasha Denona, or a Charlotte Tilbury one. I really haven't been gravitating towards my bigger palettes. It's almost like, I don't know, like I have to think too much. And these are pretty much, you know, I mean, I can do a simple look or I can just use all the 4 shades and I think they turn out beautiful. Again, her packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love this, what is this called? Cat's eye, or I don't know what you call it. Tortoise shell, I don't know, but they're gorgeous. All her wardrobe palettes are the same packaging. Like I said, you do have to buy them separately if you don't want to. The actual eyeshadows come in a pretty sturdy plastic packaging that I think that would be okay, but I don't want to take a chance on my eyeshadows drying out. If I'm going to invest that kind of money on an eyeshadow palette, I want it to last, I want it to look beautiful. I have a couple of her original eyeshadow wardrobes, and those are much older, and I do have them in their packaging and they still work beautifully. So I really think that if you're going to invest in this at all possible, that, you know, it would be a good idea to get some kind of packaging to put your shadows in. Yeah, mine is messed up, but it does have a mirror. So, I mean, even if you travel with this, they're pretty weighty. So I'm not sure if this is something you really want to travel with, but I mean, you can. You have a mirror and you can create several looks with this one palette. So I think they're beautiful. I also love her Cocoa palette. I think it's so gorgeous. The Bordeaux is also gorgeous. But if I were to choose, probably I think it's the olive, the green, the orchid, and the cocoa are probably my favorite ones. This is, I think it's very, very pretty. So this is my look with this palette. If you're interested in seeing the rest of the makeup that I'm wearing, I'll be more than happy to share that with you. But if you're only here for the look, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really do appreciate it. And now let me tell you what else is on my face. For foundation, I have the Lisa Eldridge. This is the Seamless Foundation. I'm testing this out. This is the new RMS Refresh Eye Brightener and has SPF 30. It's a corrector. And I have mine in the shade Cherish. And it's like a light pink. And I do really love it. The expiration date is October 2027, so I think I can go through that before it expires. So that's amazing. That's almost 2 years. So that's great. Then for concealer, I have the Charlotte Tilbury. I really like the Charlotte Tilbury. The trick to this concealer is a little bit. A little goes a long way. You don't need a lot. It is full coverage, but if you put a lot, it can look drying under your eyes and it can seep into your fine lines. A little goes a long ways. I love the packaging. It's gorgeous. It's weighty. Very, very pretty. Okay, so for bronzer contour, this is from Farah Humidi. And I saw so many people use this and review it and say that it was amazing. It says it's a bronzer. I have mine in the shade Bois, B-O-I-S. This is made in Italy. And it is refillable, but it's so beautiful. I love it because it is so neutral. And it is so, it's not powdery. You have to build it up, but I prefer that than something that's going to go super dark on my skin. But this is, again, that was a splurge that I did on the last day of the sale. It's like, okay, you win. Then I'm using the Makeup by Mario, the Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder in Fair Pink. For blush, I'm using the YSL. This is in the shade Make Me Blush, which is also a very pretty neutral shade. Very, very pretty. Highlighter, I'm using the L'Oreal Lumila Glass in Glassy Pink Ballet. This is very pretty because it's very similar to the Merit. It's like a balm. So it's never gonna, I don't think it's ever gonna look like too much on your cheeks. But I felt with all the makeup that I had, my face was looking pretty matte, so I decided something like this would give it a little bit of a glow. On my brows, I am using the Brow Freeze from ABH in clear, and then I'm using the Revie Beauty pencil in dark brown. I really like this, by the way. It's a very nice pencil. On my lips, I'm using the lip liner from Fenty Beauty in Traced Out, and a lipstick from YSL in the shade N15. It's a very pretty, like a mauve pink. It looks very, very pretty. I love the Fenty lip liners. Now they're super gel-like and creamy, so when you're putting it on, you have to be careful because it's hard not to mess up because they're so slidey. But once they set, and they stay on your lips and they're beautiful. So this one, I just thought it went well with this lipstick. So that's a combination of both of them. I think that's it. And then you saw the mascara that I'm using, the Bubble Mascara from Maybelline. And then on my lower lash line, I'm using the e.l.f. Lash Extender because it's a tubing mascara. And as a primer for my eyes, I'm using this one. This is a pack of 3 that you can get on Amazon. and it's really, really, really good. They're like $10 for 3. Now, I wish they all came in this shade. It brings a white one, a darker one on this one, but still, this will last you a long time. Even if it was $9.99 for one of them, it's worth it. They're really, really good. I think that's it. That's all I have on my face. That's all my makeup. But I think this is a very pretty look. I think the palette is very, very pretty, very gorgeous. I always feel like I don't blend enough right here, and I don't notice it until later. But I think this palette is absolutely gorgeous. So, so pretty. But yeah, like I said, I was heartbroken when I opened it. But I think it survived enough that I can use it. In the meantime, I'm going to try to use it as much as I can. And when she puts it on sale, I'm going to purchase that. And I'm going to purchase her concealer. I had samples of her concealer. I really, really like it. I shouldn't have tried it. I need another concealer like I need to hold the head. Alright, you guys, so this is all I have for you today. Let me know if this is something that you have ever tried. Have you tried her brand before? Or is this something that you're not interested in? I know it's pricey, but I do enjoy some of my luxury brands. I own quite a bit of it. I try to throw it in my channel here and there. I also love my drugstore, so I love all of it. All right, thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I will love it if you would. Leave me a comment, even if it's just a heart, to know that you watched. I love you guys. Have an amazing day, night, or weekend, whatever it is you're watching this. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.